Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here today with a quick update on my Svartpilen 401. This is the most basic of accessory fitments and it is the inclusion of the handrail. Now I believe these come with the bike, just not necessarily fitted to it. And of course you do need to remove the badges in the seat. Now because this is such a clean looking machine, I can understand some people being like, I don't want to affect, the look of that clean tail by putting it on. However, with it now fitted, I think the bike still looks absolutely great and I think the utility of the grab rail is really ideal. Now for me, I've got a really tight garage space and moving the bikes around in the garage, I often do drag them around and I can't really drag the bike by the wheels with the spoked wheels because I don't want to put that kind of force on the spokes, which is not ideal. As a result, having that handle on the back of the bike means I can kind of drag it around. I've got something to hold on to. It actually just makes moving the bike around a lot easier. So perhaps if you're struggling with the weight of the bike, these are quite a light bike, but if you're an inexperienced rider, obviously any motorcycle is going to feel heavy, but that's something for you to hold on to and help when you're moving the bike around, which is really good. So you can have a hand on the handlebar and one on the rear here. Just makes things a lot more secure. And like I said, dragging the bike around to get it into tight spaces, really, really easy. The other benefit that I really appreciate having this on the back, and my wife still hasn't got on the back of this bike. She actually, when I suggested it the other day, said, no, I want to ride the bike. I'm not interested in being on the back, which is fair enough, is the simple fact that if you do have a pillion on the back, they can grab a hold of that. And it's also like a little bit of a backstop because the pillion seat isn't enormous. It's not tiny, but it's not enormous either. And it just gives them something that, they'll slide back against, because complaints have been made in the past about me taking off a little bit too quick and my pillion sliding back in the seat and being a little bit terrified of falling off the back. Now that was on a speed triple. This doesn't have anywhere near the torque and power of that bike, so that's a little bit less likely to be an issue. However, I think having that handrail on the back is a good idea. As far as fitment, you pop off that pillion seat with the key in the bike, and once you've done that, it's really simple. You pull the two little badges out of the seat itself, which does that's a little bit cleaner of a look than the grab rail. And then it's just 4 M8 bolts. You won't be able to run like a long bolt, like an M8 by 25 mil. I found was too long and I couldn't tighten the handle down properly. I had to go and buy some M8 15s and 20s. The 20s ended up working and I've got a split washer on each of those mounting points as well. I will give you a little bit of footage of that so you can have an idea. And for some reason the bolts didn't come with it, which wasn't a huge issue. I just ran down to Bunnings and bought some bolts which had, I think I bought 8/8, so a good torsional strength for something like this, and we're good to go. So really simple, easy job, particularly if you got this with the bike, you just didn't have it fitted, and certainly something that I'd recommend if you're manhandling the bike, which I think, if you drop the bike along a trail or something like that, it's going to come in handy there, but also for having a pillion on the back or something like that. So these are actually the same mounting points from what I understand on a Honda, and so you might actually be able to fit a Honda pack on the back of this, like a rack, which then you can add some luggage on, which might be something that appeals to you, because I know I do like luggage. Obviously, this being a smaller bike, it depends what you're doing with it, but that's something that I'll probably explore if I can pick one up cheap and just see how it fits and what I can do with it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Would you put the grab rail on the back of your Svartpilen? Do you like the look? Do you think it's ugly? Let me know in the comments. As always, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.